First of all, thank you so much. In this video, I just want to share a few thoughts about how to live a peaceful, successful, and meaningful life. So, before we begin, I want to ask you two simple yet most important questions that no one has ever asked you and answer them honestly. If you can answer them honestly, believe me, you can find the meaning in life. So, the first one is this. Everyone talks about becoming rich, wealthy, successful, starting a business, etc. But have you ever thought or wondered why no one talks about where the first money comes from to do all these? The second is we all heard all our lives long that we become what we think about, and that's true. So, why don't we think about solutions, results, and productivity instead of always focusing on problems, regret, and blaming destiny and God? Is thinking solution really so hard? Or is it just that we don't know how to do it? The answers already exist within you. How you respond to them depends entirely on your past life experiences, your mindset, and how honestly you are willing to face yourself. So, let's understand how to achieve your most ambitious goal. The selection of actions matters most. So, choose wisely what you really want to do, whether it's business, relationship, or choosing a life partner. Every decision has its potential to either make up your life better or completely mess it up. So you don't have to do a lot of things to become successful. You just need to take actions in the right direction. And same, you don't need to make many mistakes to lose everything. Sometimes one wrong move is enough to break your life entirely. One of the most important keys to success in both in the life and business is finding the patterns. If you don't take time to understand or identify the patterns that happened in the past, you are likely to repeat the same mistakes, and that's something that can hold you back from true success. Remember this, patterns carry history, and that history carries every detail of what went right and what went wrong. And as I often say, that history repeats itself. So learn from it before it happens. Why? Because success is never limited to a few, but it always comes to those who have the ability to expand their reach to the outer world and break their comfort zone. Always have the desire to earn money and achieve success, even when it seems impossible, no matter how hard it gets. Remember, an entrepreneur stands above all. Why? Because he has the knowledge from many different fields. And if you really wish to be a great entrepreneur, you must have failed deep. Maybe even your very first business. And when life breaks you down, you must find the courage to build again, stand again, and rise again to make your entrepreneurial dream come true. Not only for you, but for the world that looks to your expertise or solution that you can solve. Otherwise, that fancy title of entrepreneur doesn't truly belong to you, no matter how tough the times are against you, how much chaos surrounds you, or how hard life feels. Never let your energy diminish. Your strength is your power, and your energy is what keeps your dreams alive. So, be ready to answer when the world asks you, what did you do to make this world even better place to live? Because if you can't answer clearly, it means you didn't do anything and you waste your precious time. Building business and wealth comes second. The first step is to find your purpose early in your life, the reason you are building your life. This world rewards only people who knows their purpose early. And I think we all have something in common, something deep inside us that gives us the courage to bet on ourselves. It's that inner belief, the drive to bring something meaningful into this world. And I believe that motivation is energy. The more energy you have, the greater your chances of success. Because when your energy is high, you just move forward and life becomes miserable and painful when our energy doesn't match the people we surround ourselves with. Because energy shapes everything, like it matches or mismatches our thoughts, our emotions, and even our destiny. Every tiny or big things in this universe carries its own energy, an invisible force that defines its value and purpose. And when the right time comes, that energy attracts what it's meant for. The same principle applies to all of us. We all carry our own frequency and vibration. When we boost it, when we strengthen it, we begin to attract what we were born for. So, if you are not getting what you desire, it simply means your energy doesn't match the frequency of your dreams. But the moment you align your energy with your purpose, life start aligning itself with you. That's why business isn't just about making money. It's about taking courageous action in the middle of your world to solve real problems. And in the end, it's our positive mindset that gives us a strength to take those risks. The best quote I learned from the book The Richest Man in Babylon, book by George S. Clason. A person's wealth isn't the coins he carries in his wallet. Wealth is the income he earns or a golden stream that flows into his wallet, keeping it full. Whether he is sleeping or traveling, income constantly flows into his pocket. People who learn to anticipate these predictable challenges can turn potential crises into opportunities for a competitive advantage. Remember one thing, leaders anticipate while losers react, criticize, and procrastinate. Always embrace the wisdom of foresights, and you will be better prepared to navigate the challenges that commonly derail businesses. Well, let me tell you another essence of an entrepreneurial mindset. As a founder, you hire talented people to grow, to build, and refine your product. Similarly, if you don't yet have a company or business, your role is to select the best performing stocks and assets to build smart wealth. To achieve dreams, we have to lose all that we have and all that we could have had. So, if you are courageous enough to face this loss, you can achieve everything you want to achieve in your life. The only truth is that events in life always occur unexpectedly, never according to us, but according to their own nature, and it's up to us to recognize whether they are in our favor or against us. Why? Because we can't control outside events, but we can control our own emotions. And by doing so, you can build an unshakable foundation for success and transform your business into resilient and thriving enterprise. And all this requires a higher level of energy within. When you elevate your energy level, your brain retains information more effectively as it becomes more engaging and memorable. So, put yourself in higher energy state to maximize your learning and retention. Because energy is everything. With low energy, you will get terrible results and achieve nothing significant. While in a higher energy state, you boost your confidence, can absorb information more effectively, and achieve outstanding results. Jordan Peterson once said, ask yourself, what nonsense am I doing regularly to mess up my life? If you truly want to know, you will find the answers quickly. To achieve any goal, you must begin by setting a high aim, not a small one. And when you aim high, your mind starts giving it daily attention, and slowly your entire life begins to organize itself around that purpose. As you solve everyday problems, day by day, you move closer to your goal, turning each moment into something meaningful. Before chaos arrives, you must already be doing something truly worthwhile. Because meaning is the only force that can stand against chaos. Now, ask yourself, what truly motivates modern people? What makes them feel alive? The answer is simple. And what is it? Taking small steps toward small victories that lead solving big problems and achieve victories. The only thing that holds us back from going beyond our limit is our negative mindset. Successful people don't waste time doing nonsense. They succeed because their thoughts are disciplined, their actions are intentional, and their purpose is clear. Always free yourself from the burden of negative thoughts. Only then can you master strategic thinking. Make your thoughts disciplined. If your mind wanders and is undisciplined, you can never live your life. Think deeply and differently to gain true intellectual rest apart from the crowd. And let clear strategic thinking guide your actions. This disciplined way of thinking strengthens your mind and generates better ideas, helping you spot mistakes before they happen. Ask yourself, how long can you keep doing things that don't bring you any benefits or reward? It's okay if what you are building takes longer, because in the end, perseverance and thoughtful actions always win. If it can be finished quickly, don't waste your time and energy on that nonsense, because quick success always brings quick failure. If you have the courage to do things after failing repeatedly, you are intellectual. You are someone more than others. Because everything requires a lot of time and practice to be perfect. It is essential to know that success requires clear criteria. Why do most people fail? Because they don't define what success means to them. Don't be egoistic, because it is only thing which never leads to success. Remember that whatever has happened or is happening to you isn't a mere mistake. It is the result of your actions. So change is everything. So change your thinking, and this will also change your behavior or the things that you are doing. What can you do tomorrow? What problems can you solve? That makes a difference, and it's a key that helps to think outside the box. The world is full of failure and suffering, but confronting it with self-confidence reveals the light that destroys the darkness. Let's talk about something significant that makes sense. The law of use. Whatever you don't use, you lose. Because lack of use always leads to loss. It's a psychological fact. When we are completely broken, negative and defeated, our mind starts generating countless strategies to overcome obstacles. But a frustrated mind cannot execute them properly. On the other hand, when we are successful, the mind feels comfortable. It rests instead of learning new skills. That's why truly successful people focus only one thing at a time and master it completely. The ability to sacrifice the present for the future is what opens new doors. Once you manage that discipline, life starts expanding in ways you never imagined. Finding purpose early in life is essential to know. That's why, if you know your purpose, your why, you can handle almost any challenge. How? Many people find life's meaning through taking decisions and courageous action in tough times. Think about it. Being lazy, inactive, or not practicing what you have mastered for years can make you lose it all within a few months. So keep practicing, keep sharpening your skill. If you really want to achieve something you have never achieved before, you must be willing to do something you have never done before. Taking risks mean you are refused to work under someone else. Instead, you create opportunity for those who were too afraid to take them. Raise your voice as much as you can. If you have something to write or say that can make an impact, then you have to say it or write it. Because if you are afraid to share it with the world, it shows a lack of confidence. And that's mean you are not fully assured of what you believe in. I think the biggest lie in life is the false story we create to tell us just to feel happy. As you know, life is tough because of mortality, fragility, and the presence of evil, which can lead to bitterness, hopelessness, and substance abuse. And the only solution is to face this reality, take on responsibility, and work toward making the world even better place. It is true that despite your best efforts, rather than the success, the chances of failure are more guaranteed. So keep this in mind and do whatever you want to do because failure and success are the other side of the journey. The first and foremost thing is that you have to be positive, productive, progressive, and confident about your desired potential consequences. Because instead of success, there could be failure. That's why you shouldn't be distracted just because of failure. Instead, you should think that you learned a lot from it and will try to do better now. Don't just make strategies only in your mind. Apply them, bring them into the real world, and make them happen. Why? Because many people envision significant ideas in their minds, but they don't know how to actualize them, how to bring them into the real world, how to make them happen. That's why education matters most. You need to learn how to bring your ideas to your life so that you can make an impact even in your life and in this world. If you want to be strong, first you should become better at speaking and thinking clearly. As we all know, physical strength and confidence are important, but being able to talk and communicate well is even more important. This ability to communicate effectively makes you strong and helps you present your arguments and ideas powerfully. Our fear of failure in business arises when we anticipate the future and worry about potential setbacks. To overcome this fear, we must actively seek the truth by interacting with others, exploring new perspectives and innovative ideas, and maintaining discipline in our actions. Being brave and caring about others can also help us deal with our own business problems and the challenges that all businesses face. Letting go of things that are not good for us. This mindset helps us become the better version of ourselves. We all know what's right and what's wrong, and we should try to do what's right. It doesn't matter how hard it is. If we don't know where we are going or heading in life, it can lead to trouble. That's why having a sense of purpose is really important. Daniel Washington once said, "Dream big, fail big. But remember, without a goal, dreams are just dreams. They will never happen." Also, Arnold Schwarzenegger said something similar. Without a goal or vision, you drift around but never reach anywhere. So, never do something just because others accept it. Do what matters to you. Even if it's hard, even if it's unconventional, ask yourself, how can you make a speech inspiring and memorable even if you failed or achieved nothing in your life? If you can answer that, you are already about most of men. Because speaking isn't always about sharing success stories. Sometimes the most powerful speeches come from failure, from telling your story, your struggle, mistakes, and lessons you learn in a way that makes sense and inspires others to grow. That's the power of vision, that's the courage of the human spirit.